What is going on, everybody? Voidlego here, back with a brand new episode of Disco Elysium. Last time on, we found a mysterious policeman's coat on a balcony that we could have jumped to, but I decided against it since we would probably break our legs. But unfortunately, the only way to get to that balcony without jumping is through the docks. But unfortunately, there's a strike going on by some of the dock workers with a man in charge that seems to be a little out of place. Possibly a man planted there by the union they're protesting against in order to make the whole protest thing like a sham or make them more violent than they actually are. Don't know much about that. But as soon as we try to get into the docks, we are stopped by a rather big Simonese man named Measurehead, who believes in race superiority and blah blah blah, all that racist crap, and right. But in order to get past him, without resorting to violence, which we cannot do since we just physically cannot, we have to think about advanced race theory for a couple hours. In the meantime, we decide to call in that we lost our badge to our precinct, in which they all get rather sarcastic with us and pretty pissed off. And it pretty much gave me the impression that a long time ago that we used to be a good detective, a good cop, before we turned very disillusioned with the system and with ourselves pretty much and became a drunk and all that. Thankfully for us, they're not going to report it to the police chief just yet, since they don't want to get hell rained down on them. So that's good for us. We managed to investigate the garden just a little bit more, and we found that his clothes were actually in the trash, which is a interesting development, which should add more to our, bit more evidence to this case, as we still don't know the victim's name at all. We don't know anything about him other than, he was hanged by probably 7 people, which is very interesting. We also called in Sylvie, and, try to get to her, bottom of her business, why she didn't call in and all that. Basically, she told us that we were the worst guest she ever had, and we're pretty much the reason why she quit. It wasn't actually the cafeteria manager at all, so we did tell him that as well. But the most important thing we gleaned from her is that it seems like the union is the word of wall around here, in this section of the city at least. And that whatever the union wants to do, they can pretty much get away with it, since everybody else is scared of the union, which gives us a bit more, motive as to perhaps the dock workers murdered this poor man in the backyard because they pissed him off or some such, or perhaps that man held secrets of the union that they wanted to, quiet down and all that. So, now that we have finally finished our thought on advanced race theory, we'll just go ahead and confront Measurehead. So let's get right into it. Alright, Kim. Let's get on over there. Also, we got these brand new spanking gloves as well. Very fashionable. Also want to talk to main head guy over here, since we did receive some information of a booth reserved by the union, so I wonder if he has any information on that. Sup, dude? Got any more things for us?
Right to work.
Guess not. Alright. Well, I tried. Alright. Let us get up to good old-fashioned Measurehead. Wonder if I can go any faster. I wonder what time is it? 13:51. Fortunately, I don't know military time. But it looks like it's getting around noonish, or maybe it's just cloudy. Alright, Measurehead, I thought about your radical ideals.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
Shit, went me into the fucking arbor. Oh god, okay. Damn it. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmarian mind poison Al Ghul.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
The Revacholian
Nice.
degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
I imagined the pig-necked face of a desert pygmy laughing at me, crooked teeth grinning.
So it would seem, Throloful. I find myself at a crossroads. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms, the race enigma. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
He pauses in heroic doubt.
Your willpower fires up, directing you to speak.
Ah,
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may still prove a race adversary. Why should I help my adversary?
he looks down at the red button, seeking counsel from his own ideals.
Jean, baby. Do the heroic thing.
Now open the doors. I need to talk to your boss. Let me just get straight to the point.
Very well. You may enter once.
He punches the emergency
Our
button with his fist.
conversation here has concluded.
Well done.
The lieutenant impatiently gestures towards the door. Ah, thank God. After all that, huh? Well, at least I finally got past him. And I actually got enough XP. Wederick... I leveled up endurance last time, since that was the lowest thing. But I feel like, conceptualization is pretty good. How about I level up what? Ooh, maybe Shivers? Ooh, Suggestion sounds pretty good, though. I like Suggestion. But Logic... Let's go with Logic. I like Logic. I feel like that's a good place to go as well. I feel like what I should really focus on is Intellect and Psyche. And probably a little bit of more as well. Because I don't think I'm going to do much, like, movement, so... Do that. Check my notebook. Done task. Got the Enigma. Alright, let's finally meet the boss, shall we? And also grab my coat. Ooh, quite a bit to investigate here. Empty as well. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Looks like stairs upstairs. Call
An
center.
imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side that says, "Tokens are unavailable due to strike. Use change."
No, don't want to waste the money I still have. Magazine. Ooh, La Femme, Volume 1 before. I'll take that. Take a look at it real quick. The leading intellectual organ of Martinaise communism offers radical Machiavellian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylish portrait of the late King Faisal with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Interesting. Well, don't have time for reading. Standard office file cabinet. Drawers seem to be locked. Someone with the coffee machine on. The dark liquid and pot looks almost sentient. Typewriter. This is a Dewey typewriter. Model name is on the back. Every worker, member of the board, is one at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Doors locked. It cannot be opened from the side without a pass card. Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union worker leader. Okay. Photo. Yet another postcard. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. Interesting. What other bathroom readings are there? Magnesium. Take some of that. Any money? Ooh. Less drama, but more visual calculus. I'll put that in my pocket for just right now. I won't wear it. Oh. It's in the locker.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Yeah. Open the drawer.
Drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
Makes sense.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
72. Force yourself to go through the folders.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Side of the drawer? Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Evrart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Evrart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Evrart shoes. Now, the rest seems kind of, standard. Sweep floors, get some banners and water plants. But Evrart shoes is interesting.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Turn to Lieutenant. Welcome to do note with a list of errands for Evrart.
Evrart Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Evrart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Evrart's. All items on the list have the drawer slides shut smoothly.
Okay. Nothing incriminating, but still something to keep on hand for right now. These were stuffed away in the Dark Workers Union office. They're perfect for scrubbing down paperwork when the side tried and skid the eyes. Good for staring down suspects, too. Ooh. Drama. A bit dry, but more visual calculus, which should be... You know what? How about I put it on? Oh, yeah. How's my drama? My drama is 2 for right now. I'll take them off for right about now since we're about to talk to somebody. So I'll leave that for later. When we're on crime scenes, though, I know what to do. Here's my jacket.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Grab the cloak.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Well then. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't free bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. Well, I feel like... shivers. Oh yeah. Now we're getting to business right here. Let's see if there's anything we can spot from up here. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like to have our gun in here. Collecting water. Rainwater. Let's see. Let's see what we can see. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potential Posner.
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I
15
think we can
bottles.
say with relative confidence that it was you.
It's really sad. Must have been miserable.
Yes,
Two
this scene
degrees.
isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Turns to wave. So I was here on this dock. Explains, you know, my coat being here. Is there anything else? No, just the disco ass blazer. Looks like someone skinned the blazer off some long extinct disco animal. There's an Agma right triangle on the back and the white sleeve. Okay, at least we know that I was here.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick look inside.
If you must.
Tell
But
what's
please
around.
hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Turn to ask Grancy in the photo. Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine.
No,
But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Take a look at the photo. A black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, a very steady hand was written the words, Wevachaw Fair, summer of '91. Interesting. Alright, let's see if they're... Let's go down here, shall we? Oh. All around you, great machines and coincidence. Let's see at this cargo hold, huh? White pine trees are printed on this screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Let's see here. I have to say, once again, the art is very beautiful. Let us cross the screen. Oh shit, there is a lot to investigate here.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Oh boy.
Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Well, let's wait for right now. At least I know Marsh means on and off. Where the hell is this union boss's office? Is he fitted industrial lettering the platform? Calvaston. Ooh, more notes pad. And some money. Very nice, very good. So we got some cargo. Don't want to exactly turn it off and cause trouble right away. Keep it. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Damn. We are high above. What is that? The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. Now I'm curious about that briefcase right over there. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Locked. Alright. Let's see here. Bit more money. Take that. Industrialized size thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. More money. Oh. We have a man. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. Light waves on bread.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Huh.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Ubisund.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Evrart.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Evrart, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there.
He
How can
smiles.
I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Damn it, why is that so true?
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ruby, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
Huh.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
So analog to Scottish.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the mountain of containers rising behind him. 42, go for it.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Keep the amazement to yourself.
The old man whistles and hums a jaunty tune to himself.
Where is everyone? Harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He wins in with a confident look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Yeah, Cora waits.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr.
Chuckles.
Evrart is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrart sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. Ooh, Titus and his boys. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrart telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Titus and his boys got a little bit angry, huh? And he was sent on a vacation.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this. Yeah, go with the flow. Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight he got
I
into.
remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Evrart and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. No will never started another fight with anyone after this.
Huh, so you know him.
Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Evrart. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Little guy starts coughing.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Evrart has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Okay. What's in that container over there? Pointed the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one.
Looks at
That
the
should be
container.
empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Huh.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I
Jesus,
feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, who makes it at the whirlwind?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Ah, okay, I'll accept it. Something is off about this borscht. Want to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You
Little
do
guy
that.
nods.
Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. Now he's just nodding along.
I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Evrart then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinaise what it is today. Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Brothers, Evrart, leader, Edgar, sideman. Easy now, Leo. Just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Evrart is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the two joint containers on your right. Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Evrart's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Evrart is away.
Okay.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Beaufort as
Who is
well.
this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Huh.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Evrart put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
So Evrart put her through law school, huh?
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
One day, huh?
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Evrart trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man. Thank you, Ken.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't even think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinaise, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Aw. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work. Alright. So his office is in here. One hell of a place to set up shop. The coffee in the giant furnace is still lukewarm. You know what? Let me go ahead and quick save real quick. Just in case. Never know. But why would they set up here? They have a perfectly good office. Ceramic of pallets weeding up. Let's see. Special borscht. What's so special about the borscht the strikers are eating? Cooking willing wangs, making it. Find it in the kitchen. Look into it. Why, hello there, Mr.
Before you is a witness of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
That is a big man. Not what I was expecting.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk. Dubois, huh? Is that my last name?
I'm Evrart Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinaise.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
It's already set it up, so he's the leading man in this.
You go ahead, detective.
Tuna nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I'll take a seat so he can talk to me, so he can feel powerful.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Remain serious. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
I wonder if in our past we made some type of deal with Evrart, huh? He keeps referring to us as Dubois, so he must know us a bit.
The chair you're sitting on is going to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Jesus, should have rolled on my pain first shoulder.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Huh.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
I need the money. I need the fucking money. I know that. But still, picking that up implies a lot that he could bribe us in the future. Shove it up your ass! No. Thank you, Evrart. Take the comically large check.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it.
Another
I'm just
wink.
kidding, of course.
Yes, Evrart.
Is he? He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
How the hell do you know I lost my gun?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I need to know how he knows. How do you know about my lost gun? Oh, wait. No. It isn't a trick. He knows us too well. He's using our last name, and he's been winking to us. We have this relationship with this guy beforehand. How would he know? I think he does know. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
My name's Harry.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
This motherfucker has a gun in his possession.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Shit. Chair is killing you. Took the novelty check. Kim? Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
He says as though to himself. Fuck, I have to take the goddamn composure one. Goddamn fucking chair. Goddamn check. Don't panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Fuck.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois!
The large man
Harry!
snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some kind of stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a Joel shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Fuck.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Yeah.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evrart, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds
Shrugs
of
with a
that?
mace expression.
I think the odds of that are very low.
Who looks at you?
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently, my sources were wrong.
Pats the brown folder in front of him.
If you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
Oh, he could fucking give me so much bullshit information.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
He's fucking good at getting information. I just woke up this morning.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Evrart over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
His eyes never leave yours.
Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Oh, even. 58. You know what? Don't jump to the folder yet. Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry.
Glances
Harry
at the folder.
Devoir.
You don't feel like either one of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
Okay, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry.
Raises his
Now,
index
what
finger.
else can I do for you?
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry.
Nods.
Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Jamlock, huh?
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Never mind the family.
Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world.
What, looking at your Harry, Edgar. What kind of cop does it say that I am? Say I am.
Well, Harry,
Turns to
if
a
I
couple
were to sum you
folder.
up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes,
He's put
You
his
seem to
blood-dyed
be.
glasses.
a lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this?
Closes the folder.
My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Why?
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Nice. Kim suspects something. Weed sipping folders for. Okay, that's what I should do, especially for red checks. I should definitely go through every option before going for it. So 72%, fucking go for it.
As you look at the folder, Evrart covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Ha! That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me.
He says
This is from
grinning.
the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Well, that's good about our organization that we don't give out, personal information of cops that easily. So that's nice. It's just the census.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinaise.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said,
He looks annoyed.
now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
That is true. All he knows is that we're in here, and since his union boys are everywhere, he knows everything, but not... He doesn't really know who we are, especially at this point, losing our memory.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun.
His face turns
My
serious.
best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that.
He winks at
It's
you.
just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
I better. Could he? Hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Gotta get my gun back. He could use anything, do anything with that damn gun. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means.
He turns to the lieutenant.
I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand.
The
We
lieutenant
help
replies dryly.
you help us.
Alright, do you want to ask me how I got in?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
It was a tactic. I need to get in somehow. It's not like I'm racist now.
Of course, Harry. Of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now. And rest assured, no one's gonna hear about it.
He winks at you. Could you stop fucking winking at me, Evrart? Fat bitch.
No one's gonna know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me. Word of how racy it got will never leave Martinaise. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinaise.
He nods.
I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun.
I swear to God, if you want me to do something else.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is
Secret
connected to the
task.
strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Evrart, you're not the most clever man on Earth, or the most, let's say, subtle.
Yes, that sounds good.
Lieutenant says with a
Let's do
slow
that.
nod.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me.
Generally
You're
swaps
police
himself in
officers,
forehead.
aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry.
Chuckles.
This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
There's something super shady about it.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Only if I play along. Okay. Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing,
Smiles.
Harry.
He smiles, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it out.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Ah, so a scare tactic, huh? Alright. I'm walking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me.
He
Just one
reconsiders.
thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Evrart, I'm gonna leave now. Well, we might talk again later.
Wait.
You
need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
So Evrart is of such high value. He is so confident in his thing. He's not even hiding. He's a fucking shady son of a bitch.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there are Copotites?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Sorry cop.
Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, but what are the other Copo types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Fucking they should be sorry. You know what? Actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. I'm the sorry cop. I'm sorry, Alton.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. This 20 by 50 centimeter check looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously in a like event. Supposedly exchanges for 25 lira at your local fruit store. Below the number, careful hand is one of the words. Constable's rent. All of it. Note. Worthless in a pawn shop. Constable, huh? Clever. Okay, ask you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Evrart has promised you give you info in case in return. To Weasel's door from Mana. Alright. Well, rigorous self-critique. Embarrassment to the party. -1 embarrass. Great. You're one sorry piece of shit. A cop pendant. A Feldruan cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of feudal ward, providing woodwood evidence against yourself at a Mazovanian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat of 9 tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows? You might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like us. Embarrassment to the party. How's my 40 now? It's 4. Could I go down to 3? I should. I guess I can go down to 3. Research time about 6 hours. Can I internalize this? I only 3 left. Okay. Well, good to know. At least with advanced waste sphere, I got that. Alright. Actually, what's this swordfish? A taxidermy fish that tells time. How very, very classical of you. Living goddamn shipping containers. What a son of a bitch, huh? Alright, I need to take some fucking drugs right now. Is there any, let's see, where the hell do I have it? I guess I got done a bunch of stuff. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like I have the, things in my, inventory, the, fucking, like, all the magnesium I've been taking. I guess I just have to take it while I'm, like, there.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. they can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Okay. Well, at least Leo can be a kind of inside man. He's very talkative for us, which is very, very good. I say. I wonder if I should go ahead and drop this container, huh? Should I just say fuck it? Go balls to the wall, huh? I mean, what else do I have to lose? Huh? Lost my gun, lost everything. How about before I do that, I save. Just in case I want to go back on my
A
decision.
rusting control panel with several marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
On.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Hey, nice and safely drops it down. That's good. Well, not the greatest position. Stabilize. Alright.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Understood. Let's get back to the panel.
The rusty control panel grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Now, can we possibly get into it? I know that shady son of a bitch has something in these containers. Customer means white fortune and iodine.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I mean, it's back to the container. I don't know, Kim. It just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others.
Doesn't even look at it.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
I mean, give a quick knock. Why not?
No reply.
Persuade the door to open. God, that is some D&D check bullshit. Persuade the door to open. Oh, if only my rhetoric was just that good. Nothing more to do here for now. Hey, you never know, Kim. This guy's a shady fucking asshole. He could be hiding a dead body in there for all we know. He obviously knows something about the murder. Well, I mean, if he's shady, why would he leave the body there for like a week? We know it's been there for a long-ass time, so why would he? Maybe just to flaunt how, like, shady is? Like, yeah, assholes, I could do pretty much anything. It's like, well, great. You know? Wonder what's down there. Can't look at it. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. And hopefully I can get some boys so I can fucking get health. Yeah. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Why the hell he would set up his office within a goddamn container, I'll never know, but... Alright.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
He stares at you with his hazy eyes.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes Ormoid and turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Evrart said you had a key to a door.
A key, huh?
He runs his fingers through the
What door
smudge.
is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I heard something about a weasel. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but...
He waves at you.
You know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for?
Doesn't wait for your
To feed
answer.
our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When I'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Evrart.
Ah.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
You're sure?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
At least you got the benefits. That's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Ah, interesting. So that's why they're on strike. It isn't shares. They already have their wages. They want to be on the fucking board?
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
The boss man, Evrart. What can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him.
Shrugs.
In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does boss in the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
I guess Mana has a point. He isn't hiding the fact he's a corrupt son of a bitch, so I'll give him that.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Got the picture. Let me ask you something else.
Sure thing.
Gust of wind blows through his hair.
This was great. You feel mentally reinvigorated.
Any idea who killed the hanged man?
The mercenary, eh?
He
Who could
shrugs.
have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
So, the victim was a mercenary, huh?
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Okay. Mercenary, eh? Okay, well, we gotta get to the weasel's door so we can get information on the damn body. Share on the board.
Right to work!
Ain't nothing. Let's see what else we have here. Keep searching for the caller. You have the key behind the greenhouse. Alright. How about I go cash in this check? First of all, so I can actually utilize it.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash.
If only. Well, at least we got decent bit of money. Decent. At least. Alright, let's get on over to the kitchen so we can find out what's in that borscht. Then we check out the back. Then we can really get to business and the such. So he can tell us about the body and hopefully my fucking gun. Because I need it. Oh hey, this guy's... I haven't seen you before. It's all about money, you know. Yeah. Indeed. Okay, Garte.
Can I help you?
Garte, I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Alright.
Yes.
Money I don't...
Yes. Have you got it?
Much.
A lot. A lot.
130. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let's just go into the kitchen so we can talk about that damn borscht. Ah. This is just drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
I wish we can ask information from this guy as well.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec.
Great.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Leo said you're friends with Marnia. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
Alright. What's in that borscht you making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
He doesn't know. Ask the question. Doesn't know my language. One of my fingers through my hair? I'll just go with nod. Like, he's probably... Sure, I'll just go with nod. Yes.
Horse need more vodka?
He looks at soup at you. Picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka burst! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
No.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No. Yeah. No, vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
You know what? Kubek, he seems like a cool fucking guy.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything. Steak maximum. So they put in the vodka, huh? Good to know. Actually, freezer. You had bodies in there.
A heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do?
Tendon regards
It's
your
a door in
patient
the back
skeptic.
of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the whirling wags. Something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
No, the door is a mega investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Yes, a mini-side investigation.
Garth is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Swore the whirling secret passages. God, man, the writing is so good. I like it. Is there anything else you...
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Oh, sweetie. Does that mean you like me? Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
That stupid dimple has only brought me suffering. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Oh, God. You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade? Did you fight in a war? Sorry, it was weird of me to mention the real chair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
How'd you like... I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I drank so hard. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling Wags Cafe... Well, we're a war zone at the edge of the world. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts. The Whirling Rags cafeteria? Is that my keys?
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world. Something like that.
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Her eyes are filled with white, reflected off those guided years when the city seemed full of possibility.
Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners.
This is the most beautiful city in the world? What the fuck happened? There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear.
Oh,
How
yeah.
splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Oh, thanks.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Don't worry, Wadey. I've known a bunch of information since I woke up this morning.
I can tell that this is
Jesus.
taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Government? Readers are fierce warriors who traverse the plains and steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent... some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is
She thinks.
market-driven.
A zone of control, so we don't have a government?
Meaning, buying is voting.
Huh. So it's kind of like a mix of like capitalism that like whatever the corporation's biggest is, you know. If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear.
She shakes her head, suddenly very worried.
And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Some militants stuff.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Damn. What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different.
Archipelago, huh?
The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
It really does seem like we've replaced this man who used to be Harry Dubois, and we've just inserted ourselves as the player into his body, you know? We don't know the reality because, well, that's the beginning of any game, isn't it? Like, we don't know where we are, what type of game it can be, or, like, what it is. We have to learn about the world as we go through the game, you know? And I guess in a sort of meta sense, we're in the shoes, like, in the mind of this man who's utterly, completely gone. Whatever traces of his personality is left is within, you know, the many skills or maybe it was him before. We don't know who Harry Dubois was before we became him.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to Lieutenant.
No.
He walks
I'm
away.
not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinaise.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Oh. I need that money, unfortunately. I have an 80 fruit, too. And I know her idealism, and she's already pretty worried for me since I don't remember things. Tug on her heartstrings.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I am at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
She unfastens the gold commemorative pin from her left jacket pocket and drops it into your palm.
Wonderful.
Tillamook's trophy.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, Sam Baptiste, Summer 31. Dinghy races.
Where can I pawn the pin?
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
Okay, that's good to know.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
This will help me out, Rena. Thanks.
You're quite welcome, dear.
I've got... About your pin.
I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket.
Smiles at you, Rennersway. Just want to thank you again.
Of course, dear. I just wish I could have done more.
I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Whoa. Fuck. Whoa.
Bad news. Guillaume Lemillion did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Of course.
His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Well, that's good. Hey, +1 threshold and all psyche running caps weighs by 1. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm almost remembering where my home is, so that's nice. Find a way, get a reality. Could you guys perhaps try a rich person? Rich people are educated. Let's see. A pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eye. Kind of expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Damn it, I can't put it in my hands. This unusually tasteful pen was produced to celebrate the St. Baptist's Summer Dinghy Races 31. It's the warm glow of a well-loved memento. Poor woman. Alright. Let's go to the back, unlock the door, then we can go ahead and pawn some shit off so we can actually Now we gotta circle around this building. Yeah, I want to unlock that door as soon as possible, so let's go ahead and circle around here since we never did. Mailbox.
This Post Lavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
That's good.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there, Post Ventura mail collection box. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Can't believe I got morale from that. Oh boy, we got even more characters around here. You can see
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk
knows
to
his
Angry
partner.
Hard René first.
Alright. Good to know. Damn it. Missed the thought. Tire tracks leading to the road. Swashing rain has almost washed them off. Oh. Spirit chirps and quicks of swallows feared the air.
Have you no shame? Why
Man changed his partner.
every time you bring out the measuring tape?
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
This one's still chewing on a sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Oh, they're pointing like marbles.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Should I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
You know what? We gotta be... Fuck it. I have a 80 free. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Oh, shit.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight.
Whoa.
No matter. You'll make it work.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrating until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Take in the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Let go. Be the ball. Holy shit.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Old soldier raising out rage.
A whole house of shit.
What the hell is your problem?
Problem? I don't understand.
You vandalized our game, son!
He tries to calm himself.
We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Sorry. An honest mistake. Are we good?
No, we are not good, goddammit!
Vanna as far as Virgin Harmony.
Take it easy, René.
Johnny one tries to
This
defuse
is just a
situation.
misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You
Your
are a
boots swam
goddamn
into
fool.
the ground. Okay, I will try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes
Nah,
are
it's
forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Because curiosity killed me. Oh! Oh! Rene, I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights.
Looks down.
Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Ah.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Yeah, it's with a slight sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Booth looks right into your yard.
Yes, it does.
Nods.
Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So, who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been on man since last Monday.
He was someone who looks
There's
very
no
old
other
and
guard.
tired.
It's just me.
Wow.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes.
Nods before I sit there and continue.
It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer.
His partner jumps
The
in.
container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly
The
directive.
possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrart created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off.
Ah.
A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Evrart is an interesting character. His actions, he's corrupt, but he doesn't hide it, which gives him a little bit of status in my book. Whether know your enemy, whether than it be hidden. And he does seem to maybe care for his worker. He helped out Wheel when he was young, so. And also helping out this veteran by creating a guard's post. Rage work is a dead end. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die, there's no middle ground. I guess... I kind of want to go with one. But, you know, we got to make sure to keep an eye on the people in charge, is what I think. I don't know. Maybe, like, Rene should went out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end.
Yes, yes, yes.
Terminator understand
Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She
Fisher Stephen gets cold work.
is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Ah, got it, thanks.
Yes, yes. Like I said,
Brings it up
it would
again.
be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. Keeps my senses sharp.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Roaring Wags?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Shrugs.
Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. but this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinaise, the Union is the law, so can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You seem to be playing in a critter.
Yes.
Man nods.
The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do.
Nods.
Fire from heavy artillery.
Back. Okay, it's a critter left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Ah. Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special.
Cabernet frowns.
Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a ball in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Huh.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah. I understand. I bombed this place too. Why shelve them here in Martinaise?
Because this place is a damn beachhead.
He says, pointing to the bay.
Soften the commies up first.
Beachhead.
Yes.
You're not
the
expecting
military
some
coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
Ah, kind of like a D-Day, huh?
Martinaise was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
3 footholds, huh? Not fought for in turn. Deathblow. Sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we
says
the dogs of their mangled corpses.
Blood Ground. You
Yeah,
got
shakes his
old
head.
René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Ah. That explains all of the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinaise they keep as a monument. And
Dark
now
shadow
the Union
lines across his
socialists are
face.
practically running the place.
Okay. So, not the rest of the city works like Martinaise. They kept it as a message. Jeez.
Well, it's your own damn fault.
Joyman remarks.
You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
Huh.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
He stops mid-sentence, turns to you.
What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. I don't know. I still don't know what the hell is going on. I'm getting it more and more. So 40 years ago, this party took over the island. West of the world didn't like it, and bombed the shit out of them. But they never surrendered. Well, what exactly their ideal for a future was, and why the West of the world wanted them to take it out, we're kind of hazy on. All we know is that they were communists. So, who knows what the hell the rest of the world's about, huh? I mean, I feel like I'm going with 2 because that's what it sounds like. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. I mean, I don't know what the hell this coalition is. Yeah, foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake my head in shame.
I'm sorry it had to be them.
He looks down at his boots.
After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
And because he was one of the guardsmen, looks like.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
He sighs.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philip III factor into this point towards the monument?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything.
It was his thistle.
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown.
The old veteran falls silent and massages his chest.
He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
So it kind of sounds like very much like Russia, the killing of the royals back in, during the... Damn it, I don't really know my Russian history that well, forgive me. But I think it was during the Workers' Revolution that they were pretty much all executed in order for, communism to take over.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
You mentioned Goamine?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What exactly is a Suan?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
He then toy nods and says to himself.
They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely.
He smiles as if it would press a memory.
At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
The Carabineer doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts.
He chuckles.
His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
I mean, yeah.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He asks, obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine for clarity of vision to aid in their work. Magnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, booming with pride about the past.
Of course.
He pretends
Clarity of
majority.
vision. Awareness.
Definitely.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Oh boy.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Actually, can I level my stuff up? Yeah, I might as well just do this now. I should probably level up my visual calculus or drama. I feel like I should maybe perception. Perception? I feel like, yeah, perception would be pretty cool to, like, increase. Or maybe drama. I'll go for drama or perception. Drama or perception. Let's go with... Damn. Hard choice, actually. Let's go with... Yeah. Perception. Perception seems good. Yeah. Close. I mean, seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM...
He begins working you over and stops himself.
But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
I mean, cocaine is a bit harsh. Marijuana, alright. You know, like, I don't want, you know, heroin and shit like that. Let's talk about something else.
Right.
Thank you for your time.
Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride. A little.
A little? You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Damn.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
You could say I took some money from that Manawa guy, too.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
Sure, and I got that giant novelty check from Evrart.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Evrart. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
Guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest?
Yeah.
Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth?
Yeah.
But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
I mean, I'm rich in flavor. No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Fucking taxes, man. It's because of that Garte guy riding my ass.
The Guardsman has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head.
I don't know. Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
True.
G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket.
Fucking
stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Shit, you right, man. Fucking taxes.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is Revachol.
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. You sure? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Free market type. But I want to be a free market type. I want to be a fucking hustler. Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregularization help with that? Opt-in, but only a little.
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
True. Anyway, due to some confusion over the game when a Gaston had playing, you threw one of their Patrick balls fall into the sea. Shot was excellent, but now you owe them a ball. At least something similar working metal sphere. Okay, indirect modes of taxation. Oh, -2 empathy. Cold-blooded, damn. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Find an indirect taxation for the Gosmere state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever, stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insolenda and Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. Okay, good shit. Alright, now I owed them a fucking ball. Fortunately. Oh, here's the pawn shop, too. Should probably sell this pin. Actually, she did say... You know what? No. Let me not get distracted. Let me actually... Maybe you see monster at this food plaza. Seems like it looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Okay, enough fucking around. Enormous balls with you for real, man. Alright. Ooh, binoculars. Coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Damn, there's so much to look at. So much to investigate. So much to be a part of. Look as it was, a stolen half-naked dame on its cover. Behind the cover stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Young girl, chubby, red cheeks waves of you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of a store is this, anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
She points out
It's
the
called
window.
Crime, Romance, and biographies of famous people.
Oh, so it does, I actually. I just looked over. Wow.
Whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book? What's a postcard? What's a board game? Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things.
You're fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me. I know it. I said I know all these things, and I do. God damn it.
Sir, are you okay?
Her voice suddenly
You've been
reaches your
standing
mind.
here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Girl gazes out the window. Suddenly jolts her eyes wide as recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open.
She nods
Otherwise,
away.
people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
It's not a very catchy, store name.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
You're cold. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Should have a word with the stone number, maybe?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers.
She stands up and smiles
I
from
have
the
some
shoulder.
hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there. Well... Fuck it. School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being...
She looks over her
hers.
shoulder. Ooh.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
She's looking for the right word. Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses are real.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Well, I mean, if you believe in curses, they're more likely to come true. Just the way we're trading and selling of things, child. Doesn't work out for most people. They're not... They're not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes.
Of course, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say. What's this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime and murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle, too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I mean, that's just, mystery novels for you, huh? Check out You May Not Go for more information on that. I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh. Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen again. She points to a book cover, in which you see a strapping veteran officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Soul. That Mullen guy looks like a Hempel man who could respect that face. It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
She examines the illustration of Dick Mullen, attempting to find his soul. A policeman's gotta have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir.
She's
He's just a
smiles
fictional
mischievous.
character. He's no match for your soul.
Damn right. I got a soul.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The cover of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. So she's cold, afraid of the curse. Okay. I'm going to deduce something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. Oh, getting abused, perhaps.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? But I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Rats have been nibbling your fingers. Child labor is in the missile working condition. Chewing on nails means you're recycling your body material. It's an intense deduction to the way of business, which is without personal sacrifice now. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir.
That's fixing
okay,
her eyes.
I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
I hope this entertained you.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine. Do better. Do something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
And I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
She wipes her red nose.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Familiar, huh?
There's something you're missing.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Interesting. What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Well, what if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
How about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Well, I mean, Yume Neko's romance, and well, I wouldn't call it exactly happy, but what about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out.
Smells wide.
Anything else you're curious about?
It's no romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold, reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Yeah, reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gratefully. Famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do.
Okay, sir.
Alright. I gotta go for a suggestion. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? 42, go for it.
Because you know each other. Oh. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on. So you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her feet.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Found my shirt on, apologizing to everyone? Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times.
She works in
you
the same way.
certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes, huh?
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
The lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party eyes.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
Chico was at the
It
front.
certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably girding to.
God, the fuck type of man was I before? You know, I want to say Henry. No, it's Harry.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
The girl doesn't know what. No. The girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this.
Don't leave us hanging like that, man. Open yourself to the experiences of the world. Expand your consciousness with amphetamines.
Shut up, electrochemistry. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
She looks puzzled. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
She smiles a wide, helpful smile. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Alright, let's take a look at the other things here. Book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Bodor culture, promotes freedom and warming upstream. A book about the future. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I guess I'll talk to this man as well. So much to do indeed. Hear the distant squall of seabirds. Oh, when the seagulls cry. Come on, night's still young. Hey, bag. Take that. You won't be needing that anytime soon. Spider of bullet holes lines the walls. God, they really didn't do anything to renovate the damn place, huh? Keep it as a message. More money, very nice. Tools. Plastic bag has fitted, written on a dynamic, forceful mantle that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. Perfect place for a tarte. Alright. Up we go. See what... That reads broken window. Tibbs has windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Vandalism. Shake my head.
Probably some kids.
Lieutenant inspects the rig SWAT.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Kuno.
That's Kuno on the lens.
Shifts your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Pericanassian church. A star. A great moral height to be strived towards.
Interesting.
The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Oh, good thing I have these gloves on. Alright, check out this coin operator, see if Kuna's fucked with this one as well.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinaise to its pre-war glory.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour.
What was his voice?
I suspect it was Evrart's doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can't we do something about it?
We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Well, I mean, I'll insert a coin.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Turn the knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature.
Huh.
It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
Well then, let's check out the street names real quick. Roundabout North to Capeside Alps, Albany's Pier. Well, let's just get to the damn basement and unlock it. That's the one thing I really want to get to today. I think there's only one thing over here. And is that a canoe? When we comment on surveys to see a different tier approach. Ah. A way in. Finally. Let's finally get to this. Does this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualization. Why am I looking at this wall? Take some of that, and I'll take this magnesium.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
She whispers.
Come to slit my throat in my sleep.
Logic error. She is not now.
Logic error.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Voice becomes almost another. Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Jesus. Indeed.
Lonesome. Long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market. Past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. The frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees. A small house, no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
So I don't live in my house anymore. Fantastic. Session waste of 5. Speed gives 1 sign. Nice. Threshold. Alright. God damn it, I don't want 2 empathy, because I really like my empathy. My empathy is actually really good. But I should probably get, okay, let me... Oh, I can't forget it. I need to spend a skill point. That's right. Okay, alright. I see. So once you put it in, you can't take it out. Good to know, at least. Alright. Who the hell? Garden knows. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Balcony view to yard and the hanging. Hey, buddy. Fuck you doing up there, huh?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Huh.
Not looking for any trouble, officer,
he says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned in his frame. Why are you whispering? Sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice,
he says, sotto voce.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martinaise.
Fake name.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martinaise, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's sound like the bottom of a well, every sound captured and reflected back.
Ask him again.
Listen, I really need your name.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
He replies with a subtle smile.
But he hasn't left yet.
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirlwind's backyard. Could tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh.
He waves away
You
with
asked me
cigarettes.
that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did I?
No, not you.
She's
Someone muscular type.
Muscular, huh?
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He walks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead houseplants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
Alright, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before snubbling it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
58. I gotta take the chance. Convince him to stay.
This
Bingo.
isn't a place or Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone, placed right next to the front door.
Ah.
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. What do you have, Mr. Smoker?
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. Shoot one after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
True.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that?
Yep.
He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Lieutenant nods towards a small walk on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great. Let's do that. Let's take a look at the rock, shall
A
we?
stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Bingo.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
Now we're going to find the right one.
We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back. Good shit. Okay, damn. That chairs and tables in by Rain Rod. Damn, that was like a good check. God, that felt so good. And there's spattering bullet holes on the wall. Okay. Ooh. Bum hat. Some nose. I guess I'll take the bum hat as well.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
The door is slick with rain. You don't hear any movement inside. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Lieutenant, what is your opinion of this task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
Lieutenant replies, still inspecting the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
I mean, fair enough. Same opinion as well.
On the other hand,
looks at the surrounding windows comfortably.
We could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Why to Evrart? It's also an option.
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there.
Cross his arms.
You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
Son of a bitch already knew my memory was fucked up. And he also knew I lost my gun. Well, he could have had it from beforehand. But the biggest piece of information that he knows a lot is the fact I have shitty memory. That's the thing I'm scared about.
Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I feel like he's really, like, from everything we've heard about Evrart, is a kind of, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. He's that type of guy. You know, he doesn't hide that he's corrupt. He doesn't do that. But if you work for him, he'll treat you nicely. He's that type of guy. He won't fuck you over if you just simply do what he asks. Now, will that lead us to even more tasks from him? Possibly. Maybe. But it's a risk we gotta take in order to solve this murder. So, take it. Key to unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Yeah. That is true. That is very true. Smoker in the balcony. Open. Go back. Take a look at this. An orange beanie with a couple of big ass holes on the side. Looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. Indeed. Well, you know what? I feel like this is a good stopping point right here. Once again, like, I feel like the attention to detail in this game is like really fucking good. And already, having so much fun with this check system, because like as soon as like I have a 50% chance of like convincing the smoker to like say something else to me, and I get it, that feels so great. Like I don't need combat or anything like that. Just those simple checks, just like, oh shit, I got it, and stuff like that. And I love, there hasn't been like a clear answer. There hasn't been like a clear like pathway of how exactly to do this, or like if you choose this choice, you go down the evil route, or if you choose this choice, you go down the good route. There really hasn't been any of that, which I love. I love that. I love when games aren't so, archetypal, like very like one-dimensional. I feel like this feels like a very three-dimensional game where every choice you make, it could be good, it could be bad. Who can say? Maybe it's up to the eye of the beholder, eye of the player itself. Is the choice you made here good? Is your choice you made here bad? Who can say? Who knows? And I like that. I actually quite like that a lot. I love that kind of uncertainty of like, the choice I'm making here, is it a good one? Is it a bad one? Well, you don't know the outcome of a choice until you do it. Just like reality. And I like that. I like that a lot. So next episode, we have quite a bit to do. We have to go back to Evrart, and we also have to go and find that smoker within the apartments over here. If only there was a quicker way to get... Maybe I should start off with the apartments first. Then I go talk to Evrart again. Because we could, corroborate the smoker's information with Evrart's. Because I feel like Evrart will uphold his end of the deal. From everything we've heard about him, from Leo, from the guardsman. If you scratch my back, I scratch yours. He seems like that type of man. A shady fucking man. Not a good man. But if you do what I tell you, I got you. That type of guy, which I'll deal with that. As long as we can get to the bottom of this murder and see what else. It's good shit. Good shit. Just great shit. I love it. I get so invested in it that once again it's 2 hours. I hope you guys appreciate that, because I feel like this is a game that deserves like 2 hours per episode, since there's just so much to it. But yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoy this type of content, hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. Want to tell me something, put it down in the comments below. Want to check out Discord server I go in, or my church, check description below. And yeah, this has been Voidlego. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!